Well, wow, who's ready to go to the fun park today? Here we have Fun Water Park Day by Lego Friends. This is set number 42676, contains 278 pieces. Retails for $29.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, this one looks pretty fun, and just by the box art, looks like we're going to have ourselves a good build experience here. And in addition, we have Lucky, Dango, Churro, Pickle, Nova, and Leo. Oh boy, looks like we got a wonderful bunch here. And yeah, this just looks a lot of fun. Here's the top with various accessories. And yeah, looks like we got a lot going on here. And we got ourselves a purple water slide, and looks like a splash park and a little beach area. Now this is pretty nice, especially if you're not close to a beach, but yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Alright, before we can go to the beach, we're going to have to open this up, and yeah, if you hear hiccups, it's one of those days. Well, I have a feeling we're going to have a bad, sloppy packing experience. Looks like that's what we'll be dealing with today. Alright. Okay, looks like we got ourselves probably 3 numbered bags. Not too bad. And we got a lot of loose pieces packed in here. I like the color of this slide. It's that light lavender. Oh, wow, for such a small set, we got ourselves a bunch of stickers. Ugh. Yeah, Lego, I wish you'd make those printed. And from what I can tell, though, it looks like we're going to have a collaborative build. Not too bad. And yeah, looks pretty interesting, so I think we're ready to go to the beach. Okay, let's see here. How do I want to break this one down? There's 3 bags. So I'm going to say that we could do this all in one installment. And yeah, we're going to start with that. And I'm not too happy with the way this thing's packed. You think that they would have these, maybe they put them like this, I think, just to keep the parts from crushing these. I don't know. But this they need to make, Lego needs to make something that inserts these stickers like this. You tear it out. A lot of people recommended Lego to do that, but it goes on deaf ears. So I'm going to say packing now, I think Lego's starting to get a little sloppy on. But I mean, I'm going to be blunt with you. I'm not going to lie to you here. So today you're going to be your lucky day. We are going to go to the water park. Isn't that fun? I wish I could say that with my bunch. We're going to the water park today. And I'm always looking for different colored slides. So this is even better. And yeah, I think it's a good time as any to, well, head to the beach. You know, or I keep thinking it's a beach. To the water park. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one today, if you know what I mean. Well, before we got to read the rules or the legal stuff. These videos are not to be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the final write-up. This is not my day job. I just do this for fun. This is just more something to relax, you know, my mind and stuff. And in addition, the commentary, the stories are mine and mine alone. Lego doesn't pay me to say anything. If I think a set is good, I'll say it's good. If it's bad, you know what's going to happen. And finally, don't re-upload my content without my written permission. It's most likely going to be a no, but at least you know instead of just taking a gamble. Roll the dice and not find something in your mailbox. That's never fun. Well, okay. Let's get going here. Let's go on a trip. Let's build it. So it begins. So right now I'm processing part 3 of Pikachu, and I'm just starting to edit part 4. I try to at least get one of these smaller sets done a week, and today is the 17th, or it's the 18th. We're on a Saturday. It's the 18th of July 2026, and I still have those pesky hiccups, scratchy throat, all sorts of stuff today. Yeah, so I got the works. So we're hoping to just relax today. We'll go to the beach. This is going to be a one installment, one and done deal today. All right. So yeah, let's get going here, and I'm going to be focusing right. Don't roll your head right there. I put a part in the middle of the workbench just so I can line up the laser to it and then just zoom in. It makes it easier. I'm getting better, folks. I'm getting better. Look, it's Leo. Wow! I can't wait to put Leo together. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And then here we got it. Who is that, Churro? I can't even remember now. It's been so long. What, a whole 10 minutes? Well, that's Dango. We'll just cover him right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a face that only a mother could love. And, yeah, these are just meant to be fun videos. I always enjoy doing friend sets because there's just so much commentary, you know, that go with these. And I know there's a lot of guys who just kind of don't like these, or just people in general. I gotta have fun with them, you know. I mean, especially when there's dudes in here with a bunch of girls. And two, one of my friends kind of teased me about it now. Oh, you like the friend sets because they remind you of anime dolls. Well, pretty much that's what they are. They're anime figures. Lego literally could do that. They almost got the right body style. Yeah, I mean, hey, but that's Leo there. And in addition, he likes soccer, baking, and surfing. That's my kind of guy right there. We can probably get along really well together. We also did Dango too, but we're also going to have to make the water bottle, so we haven't done that yet. But this is kind of like more like an interlude from the Pikachu, to kind of take a break from him. Okay, now we're starting another section. And I'm always after cool yellows, that's even better. So yeah, this is what I do in between the big sets, is I just kind of sprinkle some little ones in between. So it just kind of makes it a little better. And we need a friction pin. Cool yellow is a color that I'm still trying to gather up, so it's always a treat to see. And my apologies if you watched episode 4 of Pikachu. I was kind of in a bad mood that day, just because of family drama, but we got past that now. No soggy burgers. It's the weekend. We're having home cooked meals. But yeah, right now I got all my tutorials caught up. I still got 3 more items to film for the year. I'm going to start working on next year's content for my membership. So if you're on my YouTube memberships, you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff that for next year. But I am going to try to get this year's stuff done pronto as much as I can. I'm working on my first game. Be probably a tutorial or a mock on that. And wow, I don't really ever see these in medium nougat all that much. So obviously something's going to get anchored in, or probably the tree. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on. So right now I got to come up with a couple of tutorials for the rest of this year. And I got a haul video out on my memberships. It will be released to everybody else. So once I get haul videos done, I'm going to start releasing those as I get them done and put them on my memberships. Now, I noticed YouTube has a thing when we're uploading videos that we can attach files. Mine's grayed out, so I don't know if it's a feature I have to work for, but I'd like to be able to use that to put a parts list on some videos. don't know how all that works. If that is the case, then yeah, we'll do that for the YouTube memberships videos. And we need sticker number 3, which is one of these cushions here. I wish these were printed. Those would have made a nice piece, but unfortunately they're not. Now, I don't like stickered parts. I found out there's other communities that hate stickers, and especially some of the cosplayers don't like them too, because on their props and stuff, because of that purpose, these could peel off. They don't last as long. So I mean, Lego's not the only community that just dislikes stickers. And now we got to get sticker number 2, which is this one with the fan on it here. So yeah, if you're into cosplay, or this new one I had found out about a month or so ago called Kigurumi, where you make a mask and wear the full body suits, but they're talking about printed versus, you know, stickered. You know, they don't like the, and I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing with the Lego community. We don't like that too. But we're stuck with stickers most of the time. And this goes here. So we got a couple places to lounge here, not too bad. But I mean, I can understand stuff with languages, but stuff like this, it's really common. It should have been printed. And I got so many of these umbrella pieces, but hey, if I ever get to making a full-fledged beach, we will do just that. Okay. Not too bad at all here. And I'll get that in there eventually. And it must be the little end table. Oh, I thought, yeah, maybe it is. I'm starting to see a lot of this nougat, light nougat. We're getting a lot of these earth tone colors, which is really cool. Oh yeah, my hands will get in the way of the build, so my apologies, but not a whole lot I can do about that. That's the wrong color. It's been like in the hundreds here, and it's been kind of miserably hot, so I'm just kind of hiding out in the house. We also need sticker number 1. Well, we're already going through the stickers like crazy in this one here. At least we're doing a little bit at a time. What's the score on the set right now? I'm going to say with packing, I didn't like the way it was packed, so I'm going to put it at 9.5. I know I sound kind of picky, but they could have done a better job packing. Stickers are okay. We're not dinging off for that. Instructions are easy to follow. That's fine there. We're essentially, now we need sticker number 3 again. We are just putting stickers. We were already probably a third done with the sticker sheet, just in book 1. Yeah, but we're not the only communities that dislike stickers on things, so yeah, that's just how it is. See if we can get this one done. I got a bunch of stuff that I want to get done today. I want to start working on tutorial stuff. I also found some lost footage of one of my Lego houses that I had built. So you know what's going to be on memberships. Be some more of those. So now on, any update videos like that are going to be strictly memberships. So if I decide to build something new, I'm sorry, I'm going to make it just strictly for members at that point. So the exclusives will be that. As far as for tutorials right now, I'm not going to do that. If tutorials don't work very well, then I will just make the memberships and just use it as my own personal archive for whoever's interested. Alright, so we need sticker number 5. Boy, we're really hitting stickers hard today, Lego. Looks like we're making ourselves some kind of an ice cream cooler. Yeah, I mean, we're just hitting stickers today, and you got to put 1 strawberry scoop in there. You could at least fit 3 in there, but no, they only want 1. Alright, I bet we're not done with that yet. I just got so much stuff to do today. And then we close the lid. Literally, step 25, close the lid. Like, literally. There you go. Now, step 25. This piece that I'm trying to find here is really handy. I just got to find it first. These are very handy. I have some tutorials that require these. And it's really just a nice part to have for making vehicles and stuff. Yeah, going to a water park, I've never experienced one because my family never liked those. But, oh, we got the spoon attached to it. Okay, you know, at least we're not going to lose that, the ice cream scooper. And then it just sits right here. I like it when we have a place for accessories because we don't have to worry about losing parts, which is even better. Okay, now it looks like we're focusing our attention on the tree. And yeah, I've been kind of just going through some stuff. Really cleaning up some loose ends. I'm trying to do method of film and see if I can get things done faster. And as a matter of fact, it's actually working right now. So, not too bad. And I'm just trying to find ways to better utilize my time instead of just doing nothing. We need to get more of these type of pieces for limbs and stuff. Okay. And after that, it goes right in here with the squiggly. Hard to say, but I think it goes like... Well, one way to find out, let's take a look at the book here. See how it's kind of going this way? It's hard to say which way it's going. Where's the box here? We're going to look at both. Looks like it's kind of pushed back, so I think we have it right. Of course, you could do your tree any way you want, plus you can rotate it. You can make this thing do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. And by all means, you can build your set any way you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it. On my YouTube channel and my content, if you enjoy building things, build it your way. You know, you don't have to do what I'm doing. Just build it the way you feel comfortable with. You know, that's pretty much what Lego is. It's not too bad. And then now we got to put in accessories. So there's a basket that sits on there. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then we have a pink bone. I've seen them in sets, but what dog? Maybe it's a strawberry bone. And then we have, it looks like, let's see if we can get a good close-up of that there. A postcard. That's pretty cool. The beauty of a professional 4K camera is you can do that. You can get close and personal with things. And that takes care of that little accessory part there. And then now we got to put some ice cream stuff right in there. That's what that little tray was for, right there. And I mean, just doing this stuff. See, this is what I enjoy building, is stuff like this. I like sharing my stories with you. These are always fun sets to do. Even Pikachu's not too bad. Just when you get to the boring ones, it's just not exciting. And then now we're going to move on to the umbrella, which is pretty basic actually, just a few parts. I think I may have a few of these in this color. But I get the questions, Jay, where did I get all these wacky pastel colors? I don't think that's supposed to fit in there right now. Well, I guess it is. I get them from sets like this. Friend sets are your best. Or some really wacky themes that have these weird colors. You know, you can get all those. Okay, the ice creams are going to fall over the ground, so the ants can get to them and slurp up the ice cream before you get a hold of it. Looks like it fits right down in here. Well, the umbrella bends, obviously. Trying to push that down and to be careful. But there it is, and you can swing it every which way. So let's leave it like that. And we also have coins in here too, but where do the coins come from? They didn't show the coins in here. But just doing stuff like this, folks, is always fun. Well, let's put one of the coins inside the purse or the basket. And yeah, it's just, okay, well, let's just set the coin down here on the ground what's his name? Rough Up Face. What's his name here? What was that guy's name? I already forgot it. That dog. He'll steal the coins. And yeah, we have a bunch of little accessory pieces remaining. So you could drop this extra ice cream piece inside the ice cream thing. I think that would look a lot better. They give you one, but put the other one in and now it looks full. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 1. Okay, now we're going to move on to bag number 2. Okay. Oh, I was listening to a song. It's probably like 15 minutes later. The song had some very explicit language in it, and almost caught you hiding in the bag there. And I can't even mention the title of the song because even that had explicit language. Well, I can always use some of these. Alright, 8x8 plates. I've seen these before. Ooh, red brick. How often do we see those in a Lego set anymore? In a modern set, not a whole lot. Especially you got 2 of them in different colors. Oh, that's in cool yellow too. I'm gonna get those in spring green or something. Okay, let's get going here. So my goal is to get this set out of here today. Kind of get it going here, and so we got part of this done. So I'd say it's modular, so I think 2 people can build this comfortably here. And don't fall. I don't want you rubbing on the wall. Then we have Lucky and Churro. Oh boy, they got accessories with the ball of yarn. Alright. There's the ball of yarn. So we got to find Lucky in here. Lucky's obviously wearing a hat. When I do the tour on these, I'm going to have to remember the names. This set's going to be small. I'm not even going to do a close-up. I'm just going to do it all at once. What? They couldn't even give this guy a little... They couldn't even give him a fitted. They had to give him a snapback? Wow. So that's Lucky. Put him over there with this ball of yarn. And we got Churro, which is that big cat thing, with some kind of a sailor hat. If I can get that on there. Sorry if you can't see it. So that's Churro there. Yeah, named animals today, isn't that cool? I got, yeah. Okay, now we can start on to something big again. Alright. Alright. I need to order some more cool yellow pieces. So getting these now. We're starting to get a whole entire set of cool yellow, so that's even better. Starting to see this light lavender coming up more. Like I've mentioned in several of the videos, this is not Lego that a lot of us have grown up with. But then I get, oh, I don't like Lego, it's hard, it's a lot of little parts. Yeah, that's supposed to be a little part. It's supposed to be hard to put it together. Even the girlfriend's like, well, yeah, these sets can be hard to put together. I'm thinking, I've done a million of them, so it's not that hard anymore. It's just follow the instructions, which is even hard for me to do, so I just do it. I do it. If I get it done, though, Oh, we already got another sticker coming up? Oh, yuck. I'm kind of disappointed with the stickers in this set. I mean, they're not bad. They're not hard to put on. It's just trying to... I'm trying to find a blue piece here. Oh, there it is. You got to put a sticker on a bow. Oh, yuck. That's sticker number 4. Yeah. Does it matter which way it faces? Oh, indeed it does. I do get this question asked, especially if you're not a veteran on here. What do I do with... Do I peel the stickers off when I'm done? You betcha I do. It just depends on the set, but most of these I will peel off. That must be the pet-friendly ramp. Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of this color here. But now I cannot find that other blue piece. Yeah, I wish I could sit back and listen to some music and we can talk about songs on here. But you record companies had to ruin it for everybody. So we will not, I won't share your music. Matter of fact, if I ever get a musician that says you could play my music, I would just do what they do to us. Okay, I'll have to charge you a, you know, advertising rights or cost or whatever. And it will not be cheap. Just to scare them away. Oh, we got to do this. Boy, we're really going slow in this build here today. Not like I'm in a hurry. We got a lot of coral, as you can tell, so it's not pink. That's coral there. Okay. There's a 2x2 hidden behind here. It's not a 1x2. It's a 2x2. Must be the little wading pool. Yeah, I hate worse when you're trying to find a song that you got in your head, like a rap or hip-hop song. And you find it, and it's radio edit, where it's heavily been butchered. And I'm like, no, I want the unfiltered version. I don't want to listen to where every other word's been muted, or, you know how some of these, when you listen to radio edit, sometimes they'll reverse the audio in just that section, and I'm just like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm old enough to know what bad words are. Oh, these are also pretty good too, for water splats and stuff. Get that in yellow. Looks like somebody peed their drawers. Alright. I mean, guys and gals, I gotta kind of have fun with these. So it looks like this can be a bunch of modular parts here. Well, we couldn't use a regular 1x2 Lego. We had to use that in there in case something's going to attach there, but this tile's in the way. Maybe that's the drain, the overflow drain. We don't want the pool to get too full. These make good curtains for maybe a playroom. See, when I see parts in my mind, I'm like, oh, that'd be a good idea to use this for something. That's what you do. And that's kind of how I come up with these ideas. Like, oh, this part would be perfect for this. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I got something in my way here. Yeah, it looks like we're just building the wading pool right now. Yeah, but for those who don't know, yes, I do listen to rap and hip hop, more of the older stuff, but sometimes I'll listen to the newer stuff, even at my age, yes. It's what I grew up with. I didn't grow up with country music. You know, if everybody in my house plays country up full blast, I don't listen to that stuff. Sorry, but to hear about some cowboy that's probably never stepped foot on a ranch singing about roping his horse or whatever, I'm like, oh no. At least I can honestly tell you, I've never worked on a ranch before. I've known some who did. But not this guy. Alright. Alright, we got ourselves our little... Sometimes all these tiles are always upside down. I don't think I have these in this color, which is kind of cool. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, where do we leave off? Okay. So we're just going to bury this tile in here. Okay. Try not to yawn here. I slept okay last night. Not the best sleep, but it was better than nothing. Yes, I did fall asleep to some anime last night just to kind of have some white noise. What was I watching last night? Death Note? Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that, one of those, and then I just dozed off to it. I have like the iPad on a sleep timer, and I just kind of let it just count down and turn off. Yeah, I have to say though, this is probably a really fun, colorful build. The colors are so vibrant in this set. I mean, we're talking vibrant. Oh, we got another sticker coming up. What a waste too. I'll be ripping that off when I'm done. We need sticker number 7, which is like some old splintery boards. Probably for the dogs that gets in the cast that get splinters in their paws. This looks almost like we could just drop this into a city. This might be city and friend-worthy too. So there, we're just doing the wading pool base here. That's pretty much what we're doing. Yeah, it's kind of bummed out that this summer here we're kind of all cooped up here at the house. At least one thing though, that's the beauty about, you know, you could be self-employed and stuff, is that I'm missing another radiator grill. There it is. That I can just take time off whenever I want to. Well, no, I gotta let my assistant know so she can be there while I take time off. She's taking time off during the summer. So you know where I'll be at this summer, which is work. That's probably the only downside of it. Some have asked, well, it must be cool to be self-employed. You can do whatever you want. No, that's not how it works. Got a couple of gears in here that I can't pick up because everything wants to face, you know, what I call kiddie gears or elementary technic. I mean, looks like we're going to have some functionality with this. Yeah, I think this is going to be something I'm just going to pick up and show the camera. I'm not going to deal with it. This is going to be a quick review. I notice the quicker reviews are getting more views than the regular ones that I've done. There's just no need to drag a review out unless the set is just so big like that. Disney Main Street, yeah, you're going to have to do several close-ups. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we got that. That's not too bad. Now we got to put the spinny thing in here. Yeah, I'm ready for I'm ready to go to a park now, a fun park. Play on the water rides. Let's line that up. See? Isn't that cool? I'm going to rotate it back around like that. I mean, it looks really fun. This looks really fun. I'm really happy with this. Well, obviously something's getting shoved in there. Shove that all the way down, it seems like. Oh, it's got some color to it. They tell you to stack them. It's just easier to build them here. Did I regret my decision? Not really. Looks like this is the sprayer thing. That's exactly what this says. Alright. Yeah, the hiccups are gone. Let's hope they're gone for a while. Yeah, some people that come by the house will think I'm lucky. Their kids think I'm lucky because I get all this Lego stuff, and I'm like, well, it's not too bad until you start doing paperwork. Just bottom that out. Just set it all the way down in there. I'm like, well, it's not too bad until you have to do the paperwork. Okay, so we reverse the studs to put that on the top. And that's it. But where did this water patch go? Did I forget something? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Put that in here. Well, I swear, my head was not screwed on. I'd be forgetting a bunch of stuff, so that's where that's supposed to go. But, I mean, it's keeping my interest. I know it sounds like I'm bored. No, this one's not boring. I'd say 9.5 with the packing so far, but other than that, look at the bright colors. I mean, this one's really fun. Alright, I think we're going to wrap this up with bag 3 because it's the last bag, and I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors, as well as my Patreon supporters. It's always a big help, because honestly it helps me buy loose parts to make awesome mocks and tutorials for you. In addition to that, I want to thank my Brickle customers for downloading building guides. It's always cool. And if you like the way I do these type of videos or the inspiration behind my ideas, this is the place to be. Especially my back is itching. I gotta scratch it. So yeah, this is what this channel is about. Feel free to subscribe, it's free. And you know, tell your friends and family about it. Come on here and just relax and hear me rant about things. Or tell stories and stuff. There's still parts stuck in here? Wow. I don't want to forget that. Boy, I still got parts in this. The problem is the static electricity. The parts are sticking on the side of the bags. So you're going to need your slide here. We know what I'll be making out of those. Playground slides. Oh, wow. Look who we have. It's Nova. Oh, boy. Now we got to put her together. Yeah, Leo was getting, he was getting depressed. He had nobody to hang out with. Now he will. So let's get her together here. And we got Pickle. We'll just put them both together at the same time. Well, let's just put Pickle together. I already found part of him. That's if I can get the wheels on there. If I can get them in there all the way. And then Pickle's got sunglasses. Okay, I guess dogs wear sunglasses. No, they wear goggles. Pickle wears goggles? Whoa. Okay, that fell on the floor. I'll probably never see that again. Yeah. Don't know where that rolled off to. I'll probably fill it when I step on it. If I'm missing a piece because of my my boo-boos, that's me doing that. They give you an extra pair just for that purpose. So that's Pickle right there. The goggles look like they're ready to knock them down there. Alright. And then now we gotta focus our attention here to Nova. I do sound kind of bored. I'm not bored of the set. I'm just it's just hot, miserable. At least I'm not like some that I'm with right now that are snapping everybody because it's hot and miserable. I have other things I got to get done than be blaming other people for the temps. Yep. I swear even the side profiles look like anime figures more and more since I've been watching that stuff. I notice now since we kind of have an anime thing going in our Discord group. Oh, and that's free if you want to join that. Let me give her cell phone real quick here. You know, more people are just coming out of the woodwork or the closet about, oh, I watch this stuff too. We found out we got a few furries in our group, some cosplayers. We got a little bit of everything. Of course, Lego, gamers, all that stuff. It's supposed to be a safe place to relax. That's kind of how I want the Discord to be governed, is just you come in and relax and don't have to worry about the bullies and stuff. We got our suntan lotion. We are going to need that, obviously, especially where I'm at. It's hot and miserable out here. Half the country's underwater. Here in the States, you know what out here? What's water? I see it come out of the faucet, and even that's pretty hot. Okay, and it looks like this last section here is just that. Now, if we don't attach anything to that to the very end, I'd say 3 people can comfortably build this. So right now, I think we're good. Let's hold 3 people. I'm going to say 2 people right now can put this together. It's not quite balanced, but we'll see here. Because if 3 people can build this, this is like more of like a sleeper group set where more people can build it. Oh, dark azure plates. Now, sets like this, I take apart when I'm done. When I get the reviews done, I don't hang on to them. I just take them apart for pieces for my builds. That's what I do. So, some have said, well, Jay, you have all these sets. You should be able to build a city. Most of these are not city-worthy. Some of them, at best, are just accessories for cities. And if I build a city, it'd just be fully custom at that point. I would love to get into building city. I just don't have the space. And now with family moved in, I definitely don't have the space anymore. So I just don't have space to build this stuff for you. You know. Yeah, we're modular here. I bet that slide is going to be resting right on that plate there. We're going to see. We're hoping that this is just going to be one of those sets that we can build real quick, snap the parts together, and we are done. Okay, I'm hoping. Because 3 people would be awesome for this. I'm looking for, oh, there it is. Can always use dark azure. It's a nice blue color. It's not too dark. It's the right shade for things. Yeah, I was going to build this or another bigger set, and I thought, well, I'm going to do this one here a little bit today, and then I'm going to jump back to Pikachu. We still got to build that Pokeball. And at least we have the hot and cold on the respective sides. I'm assuming it's an outdoor shower. But for me, I think I'm going to try to get some of the Pikachu done. I'm going to try to get the Pikachu done by the end of maybe this weekend or something. I'm hoping. Because I'd really like to get Pikachu done first. there. Except I made a mistake. This goes like that. Do I think it's critical? It probably is. I'm always looking for these balls in different colors. Somebody did leave a comment about the ball pit that I made. Jay, why didn't you use different color balls? I didn't have any at the time. And now I do. Transparent pieces are always fun to play around with. I just don't have enough to build anything awesome out of them. Oh, seeing that in coral is nice. Inverted slopes. Especially parts I've seen when I was a little kid, and they're just in these wacky colors. You know? It's always a nice treat to see. What's the point of that for? I bet that's supposed to be used to clear something. Okay. 1 to 2 pieces. No, we got to make the shower head, which is a bunch. I think I have a few of these in coral. And Lego's finally using this piece here. Like these, we didn't have these. I had to use a different piece for shower heads. Now they just exist. So we got ourselves a little outdoor shower. Yeah, I mean, this one's just really it's saturated with a lot of fun colors. It's not dingy. I think this one, whoever's going to get this, is going to have a lot of fun. Well, that doesn't stay on very well. It just falls back off. Well, it doesn't matter because, I mean, it just falls off. But it doesn't matter because it's got to go here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see here. So yeah, my goal today is to get this one reviewed. I'm going to send it up to get it edited and stuff, hopefully tonight, or at least try to, and start getting these prepared. Is this for red light, green light, so you know when to go down and when not to? We only got 3 stickers, or 2 stickers left. We got to put one on something here in a second, so we're going to get to that here right now. Yeah, I noticed though more and more people are watching this channel, which is cool. More than my gaming channel. Water park. I wish that was printed. That'd have made an epic piece for printed, but no, it's not. Lego had to deprive us and not print that. So I'll be ripping that off when I'm done. Now I have a silk screen machine. I'll probably photocopy this and then print it on that tile. And then this goes... oh, it goes right on there. You gotta have little fingers to go in there and finagle that in there, but there it is. So we got that in there. And then now we gotta put something here. Does that go all the way down in there? Doesn't show it. It shows it partial. Maybe it doesn't. So it just goes like this, and we're going to have to zoom out here and bring this up. Yeah, we'll go with the towers now. We're going to be building towers. Lego doesn't show it all the way down in there. So I'm assuming that this piece here that we're building next probably fits in there. So what's everyone's favorite thing to do during the summer? Mine is finding stuff to do that's fun, that's entertaining, that doesn't put me to sleep. When it's hot like this outside, I try to find things that are cool. Even if that means watching a video that's mostly summer related, like something that's related towards summer. It's cool. There's a lot of animes that I noticed that were at the beach. It's like, oh, that's what we need. Something cool. Okay. Some of you've asked, do I ever get bored of doing set reviews? Yes. I mean, literally, it's not like doing my own tutorials. It's the same old thing. Somebody lost their macaroni in here. Mac and cheese. Yeah, I do get kind of bored doing sets after a while. And then we got to put sticker number 6 onto that piece. Alright. So yeah, you know, that's one thing I don't understand when I go to a restaurant is mac and cheese. Like, really, that's... You can make that at home on your stove. And I guess some people pay for it. Okay, we got the purple hand from the void showing you to put that there, and you got to push this down. Okay, now I'm glad I didn't do anything. So set this here like that. And then we got to push this down here. Just guide that in place. So that doesn't turn. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay. That's what that's for. Alright. That even shows you how it works. Well, it's kind of crude. Okay, we're still working on this here. We're getting close to finishing up. Right now I'm using my regular memory card right now because I'm saving the other ones for Pikachu. I'm going to try to film a few more installments on that today. Just so you guys and gals have something to watch. I've already got parts 1 and 2 ready to go. Processing 3, I got to edit 4. Hopefully I'll have all those down. In one of my videos I had to edit out. I slipped up and said a bad word, like literally. I got excited. There was a really cool part in one of these sets, and well, I used the F word. I had to redo it and move it out. I wasn't even paying attention until I was like, oh, I better pull that out because I didn't want anybody to hear that. And for those who don't know, yes, I do cuss like a sailor. I cuss a lot. I really do. I don't do it on here. There's no point in doing it on here. My main goal is to kind of illustrate builds, not to tally up how many times I can say a bad word. These are nice pipe pieces. Okay, so we're using this. That's a little stream of water for that big old pipe. Yeah. Okay. So the water rains on the slide, and we have one extra green stud. I'm seeing, oh, I missed one. It's actually a stud that fits in there, right there. I forgot to put it in there. Whoopsie, my bad. I'm glad now I checked because I looked at all the spare pieces. Now, how do I get that in there? Oh yeah, the set doesn't come with the brick separator, so be very careful. I'm going to pop that out and put that in there like that. So if you forget yours, just don't forget that part. Like it, I made a big mistake. Well, not a big mistake. And then, yeah, so after this, this is what we have remaining here for bag 3. And we don't have any more stickers left. Now I'm going to start setting up the build. Now I'm going to hang on to the stickers. I'm going to say that this is modular because it is. So it just attaches like that. Okay. I'm going to start with the, let's start with the friction pin, which is the black one, and I'm going to work the yellow one in. Okay. And I'm assuming this piece goes on next. I'd say 2 to 3 people can build this. Because at the very end, we're putting this on here. Okay. And that's it. And then, after the slide, this piece gets attached here. So I'm going to start with the black friction pin first, and then I'm going to work the other one in second. And there you go. So when I do the tour on this one here, I'm just going to bring it up. And that concludes that. So I'd say 3 people. Now I can safely show all these. I think I have all these here. I'm just getting into this now, but those look very fun. We did do the horse stable, and here's the list of parts for those who are interested. It comes with a lot of fun colors. This one was not boring to put together at all. My personality today made it look boring, but it's not. It was really fun. I think the score is going to be at a 9.5. And yeah, not terribly bad. Okay, let's set it up. And this is going to be one of those classic reviews. I'm just going to breeze through real quick, get it done. And I found Churro's, if I can see where my hand's at, there it is. His swimming goggles. So we got that. Uh-oh, don't want that thing to crash into there. I don't need to be breaking lenses while I'm here. But what am I doing? I'm bumping into the workbench with the light. Jay, you're all over the place with this camera. Yeah. You know, I wish I could do this one with tutorials. And I was thinking about that. If I work right here, see my chest is bumping into this viewfinder. Unless I fold it up, but then I can use the viewfinder as a thing. So this one I could never use for tutorials, because tutorials I get up close and personal. Or I could sit off to the side, but it just will not work very well with that. So let's see if we can drop this down here. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fib to you. See, we don't need to bring this thing up close. It's pretty much there. I'd say that this one's really good for what we're getting. I think the kids are going to like this one. This is fun. 3 people, so you know, depends on who's watching this. You or your parents or you and your children can put this together and just have a little fun. And before anybody says anything, yes, boys can build these too. I'm a full-grown man putting this stuff together. So you don't have to say, well, this is for my sister. Nope, jump on in and build. I'll do these. And that's not complete without the car horn going off. Okay, I mean, so I'm going to put them in the order that the box shows them in. Put we'll put the suntan lotion in the water here. And I'll do thumbnails later. But all in all, I think it's a good little build. Especially if you've never been to a fun park before or a water park. This one here we're really going to have to go into. But the review on this is going to be very easy, 9.5. Setting it up wasn't too bad. It was just the way the set was packed. Nothing scratched, nothing damaged, lots of accessories. Bright colors, fun build, broken down. Yeah, this one's pretty much a classic one. The only thing it's just missing a brick separator. I think maybe with the tiles, maybe. Lack of a brick separator. I'm kind of torn on that. Do I ding off a little bit for a brick separator? You know, if I didn't have a mistake. There's some smaller plates that you could still split apart. I'm going to say a 9 without the brick separator. If you ever had to pull something up, Yeah, that's going to be pretty brutal on your fingernails. I'm going to say a 9. But everything else is fun. It's a fun little build. Well, let's just dive right on in. Let me back this zoom out just to here. Let's just jump right on into the formal tour and review. Now we have arrived at the fun water park, so let's spend a day here and go through everything. So the first thing I have is Lucky with the hat. Maybe that's his lucky hat, we don't know. Just a small little animal creature. He also does come with a ball of yarn, or just a ball. Depends on how you look at it. And I'm cheating and looking at the box. Here we got Dango. A face that only a mother could love. Nice animal figure. I noticed he could sit like this. Well, maybe not. Maybe he could. I obviously recognize him as Churro. Not too bad with the hook tail and the hat. I mean, how many other animal critters wear hats like that? Expecting to wear a fedora. And then we have Pickle with his swimming goggles. Nice harness. Lots of bright colors used on him. And look, we have Nova with her cell phone. Who brings a cell phone to the water park? You'd be out on the slide. Why would you want to bring that for? Maybe she's just calling up Leo to make sure he's coming on time. I do like the print work for that torso. You just got to lose that haircut. You know, not too bad. And in addition, we do have a water bottle and some sunscreen. And that surprisingly is printed. Probably the only piece here that's printed. And not too bad for accessories. Okay, we're going to step aside here. Here's the water park. Everybody's taking face plants today because they've had a little too much. And as you can tell, though, we got a lot of things going on here. So right here we got ourselves a little beach area, grassy beach area with looks like 4 lounges. Umbrella. This just spins. We got some accessories in here, and oh, things are falling off. It was doing so well. Yeah, but you're going to have that fall off at least once. But more or less, we got accessories. Got a place for ice cream. So we're serving strawberry ice cream. Lots of little pieces are going to fall off. Like you do get this little postcard here. Let's see if I can get up close with this here. So you do get that. So you could tell Churro a bedtime story while he's at the thing. All this stuff has got stickers, so as you can tell, it's all stickered. There's really rarely anything that's printed except for the sunscreen box. Got a little palm tree here, a little place to sit in the middle, a little life preserver. Got your slide. Here we got this thing here that spins. So you can put your figures on here. And here's the back side. All right. So here's the gear that controls this. You also got a manual lift or elevator. So that's what it looks like there. I think this would have been better without, would have just been better with stairs. But I think Lego was trying to make this a little more of a different type of build. We've got ourselves a little outdoor shower here. We've got some water spraying onto the slide. I mean, it's very basic for a water park, but this is fun. I mean, nothing like we see out here where I'm at. And that's pretty much what this is. Now we're going to go in and do a little test on everything. So let's take our face planted dolls here, or anime figures, whatever you want to call them. Everything's fitted with studs, so you know you can just do this and nothing's going to fall down. And old Leo can walk right here, so you can have him stand there or have him sit down and have him go down the slide. I mean, at least they don't fly out of the wading pool. Alright, so he's going to sit down right here for right now. And, you know, and we're going to have Nova. And she can go right here in the water park with her cell phone because she's got to give her cell phone a bath. So Leo can come out of the pool. And you can just put these two right on here and just do this. So it's obviously scaled for mini dolls, which means this will also work for minifigures. Now everything else is also handicap accessible, so you can do this. Okay, so it works even better. So I mean, Pickle wants to enjoy the pool too, and when he's done, he can come in here and just kind of rest and park right on one of these lounges here. So I'd say that there's plenty of things that, you know, everything can do. You can have your animal figures go down the slide, although Churro just goes a little crazy. Takes a faceplant on the tiles. That's going to be kind of painful, huh? But yeah, I mean, they even got the water splash down here and everything. I mean, there's just so much to look at. This is a nice little playable set. Look at the colors. It's just a lot of colors saturated in this set. It's just really cool. Okay, I think we've had enough of that. Let's talk about the review here and opinions on this set. We're going to start with play value, and honestly, you are getting a playable model. This one has a lot of features. For it just being a small friend set, you got a lot of stuff going on here. So you do have the accessories, mini dolls, and a fully playable model here, which is really nice. Now, as far as just being dropped in a city, maybe not. You'd have to finish some of this up a little bit, maybe power this up, but I'd say it depends on the situation here. It's possible you could put this in a Lego city with some minimum modifications, but I don't really think you could just put this in there as is. This is mostly just meant to be a play set, nothing more. And the bright colors will pull you into the build, which is even better. So it makes the build experience fun. So we're going to jump into the build experience. And yeah, if you're looking for something to do for the summer, here you go. There's lots of things you can do here with this one for build experience. I had a lot of fun putting together. You do get a lot of bright, colorful pieces you can use for other creations. Come up with your own version of the water park. So, yeah, there's not a shortage on color on this set. The colors will pull you into the build. This was a really fun one to assemble. Build quality, I'm going to say, is average for a friend set. Some of the stuff does come off. You have floating accessories. So what do you do with stuff like this? I just set it down somewhere and just be done with it. Let's put the ball here, just so we're not tripping over it. Yeah, so things are going to take face plants and stuff, but not too bad. It's just typical for a friend set. That's pretty much what it is. And overall, though, I'm pleased with this set. Now, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Half a point for packing quality. I think it was just kind of silly the way the set was packed. And a brick separator. There was not one included in this model. So if you're going to have plates or tiles stuck on there, you're going to need to rustle up a brick separator if you run into an issue that you made a mistake or something. So a brick separator is recommended for the set. Not really necessary, but if you make a boo-boo, yeah, you're going to need one. But overall, though, it's a really nice, enjoyable set. Now, in addition to all that, up to 3 people can build this set. So it's modular. This piece is separate. You build this section here in bag 2, and bag 3 does the water slide, and you put all the parts together. But a group build is always nice because you can share this with your children, you can share this with a brother or sister, you can build it solo if you choose, and you're still going to have a lot of fun. So this is a nice little fun afternoon project. But in summation, I'm happy with this set. It wasn't boring. I actually enjoyed this one. So yeah, if you're looking for a really fun, colorful build for the summertime, here you go, especially if you need a water park for your Lego Friends theme or even for your city. Just a few modifications. This will look great, but tell me what you think.